After 15 years with the Vikings, Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski knows all about Minnesota. But can he beat them? We'll find out next on EA Sports.
Find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers in 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the Browns here, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine of...
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stacked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. On 3rd down, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, and that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. The quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the open drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly when the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook a first down and more. And down to the 27-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
They run again on first down. Cook. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 92 yards.
I can't remember the last time we did a game and the coach didn't talk about establishing the run first. But they've lost 2 straight games, so they still want to do that. But they've got to have some contingencies, some other options. Expect them maybe to throw it a little bit to open up things and maybe run it a little bit more later in the game.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play fake, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Mayfield now. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 7 yards to pick up there. Mayfield on play action. He completes it to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down.
And unfortunately, in 2020, Odell Beckham tore his ACL in Week 7. The Browns still made the playoffs, but boy, if they had him around, they're thinking about a much deeper run. A good grab there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine, Donovan Peoples-Jones. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Absolutely nowhere.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Mayfield to throw it. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he will be very close to a first down. I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there. Couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
Rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 40, past the 20, and they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, it's Demetric Felton. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you. Mayfield's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Third and short yardage, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. There for the sack, Emerson Griffin. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, Patrick Peterson.
Let's go, boys.
7-7, our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A give. This is Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple into the 38.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get nothing out of that one.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Cousins, that's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They get 6, that'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing is Cousins. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Handoff comes to Cook, and he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. D.D. Westbrook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there was was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished up by a Viking score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, and that's going to be incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, but the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That catch good for only a couple.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
From the 29, Cousins. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. But a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They run, Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, we get a look at their numbers on the ground in that first half, as they'll be looking to rev things up here in a tie ball game.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. With it on the return now, here's Westbrook. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. On second down, it's Cook again. He can't get him down. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it third.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man here is Conklin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
On first down, it's Cook, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Cook. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 73 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Cook with a first down and much more. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. Boy, the word with Dalvin Cook, his explosiveness. I'm not sure there's anybody in the league that has the acceleration that he does, and he put it to good effect there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. So that lines up a 7-play drive all total, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mayfield finding Hooper there for a Cleveland first.
First down.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 45 on second down, Mayfield swings this out for Hunt. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game. And there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40. To throw, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. He's still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Throwing on second and long. Mayfield's got Hooper on the short connection. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Browns' passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 21. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play a 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
4th down, Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete.
Yeah, the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Let's go.
From the gun, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field. And that one looks to be in the area where someone was held.
Jedrick Wills, former 1st-round pick, guilty there.
So we'll get the penalty all sorted out when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the fourth. Here's Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. So here are the Vikings to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
122 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. 2nd down, they go right back to Cook.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. From the gun, here's Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it, but he sure made it look easy there.
Yeah, that throw, my goodness, and even 70 yards through the air. Kevin Stefanski consulting with his guys above, and they've told him, throw that challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Kevin Stefanski, a smart decision to throw the flag.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, they pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Mayfield now. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
And we're fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Here's Jamie Gillen down as he's on to punt for Cleveland. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Oh, what a juke into space. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cousins gives way to Cook. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back in the 24. Malik McDowell picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
To try again after the sack. Cousins. He's to the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Cook. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, the 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff team on the field now as they will
will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now Mayfield and the Browns down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 54 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Kareem Hunt was running back, the intended receiver. Mayfield to throw. And it's 2nd down. Connects with Peoples-Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Here's Baker. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that.
They're down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had to get him behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They run it again with Cook. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 3rd down, Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. And that almost their first INT of the ballgame. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time has run out on this football game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, Whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Vikings, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll sink now to 0-4, and they will try